Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special Friday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to finish up the donations and the free readings from this morning. Actually, I didn't get to any of the free readings this morning, so I'm finishing up donations and then starting and completing free readings from this morning. You'll notice there's no chat in this session because I'm not taking any new requests for this session, but I will be back in 3 hours for my evening session. So please join me then. I'm also on, I'm always on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and then Friday and Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for free reading. So if you want to join me then, I'll be happy to take care of you there. Um, what else? What else? After I'm done with this session, I will put a pinned comment on the bottom listing the order in which the readings were completed so you can zero in and find your reading more easily. All right. So I'm going to be using the Sufi Tarot to finish up my donation readings. And then I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot for the free reading. So let's get into it. We had left off with Infinity for the donation. So thank you for your patience, and everyone for your patience on getting to your readings. I so appreciate all the love and support. It is the donations that I get, my monthly memberships for my YouTube channel, and then also anyone that purchases my services that are all listed in the description box of the video. Because of all of you, I'm able to continue to offer all of the stuff that I do for free. So big thank you. And anyone that gives the video a thumbs up, you're also doing something to help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys for doing that. It's something everyone can do for free if you feel so inclined. All right. So Infinity, let's take a look here. You wanted to know M's feelings about you, and is a relationship possible? All right, let's take a look here. See what's going on inside of M's heart right now towards you. Okay. And then, is a relationship possible? All right, we'll take a look here. See what we got going on here. So what are their current thoughts and feelings about you? All right. So, the current feelings that they have for you, we do have quite a bit of passion that's unfolding here with the Five of Staves and the Six of Staves. Five of Staves is a transformation of passion that moves from something feeling, more out of control into the Six of Staves, the Six of Wands, which is a more equal passion and equal flow that's coming in. I like that because it is something that may have started off a bit uh, very much physical and energetic attraction that's turned into being more equal, balanced, because you also have the Queen of Swords, who is the balance between the head and the heart. So I've got the passion, you've got the head and the heart all coming in here too. So I like it. It is a balanced type of energy that comes in. Even the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability. And underneath that was the Knight of Wands, which is kind of my super, super physical attraction, and not so much, other things like, love and emotion. It's more the passion. But I like that the Four of Cups was on top of that, which shows that there is emotional stability that comes in there too, which is normal. Humans, we're more attracted first. It's not usually love at first sight, it's attraction at first sight, and then love grows from that, right? That's the normal human thing. So no shame, no foul when it comes to that. Is a relationship possible? Yeah, we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, which is one of my relationship cards. So I would say that's a yes. Let's see what these other two cards are that came out here too. Yeah. We've got the Alchemist, which is the magician, and then also the King of Swords, who is a lot in their head, a lot of mindset. So there definitely is the possibility here of a relationship. I feel like it's kind of this message of they just need to get out of their heads and take action. And also on the bottom of the deck, we've got the not the Empress, the High Priestess, who is getting in tune with their emotions and their heart as well. So Definitely, there is this attraction that's there, um, but again, I feel like they just need to kinda get out of their head of the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. It just feels like that's what keeps them from getting into relationships is because these preconceived ideas of how they feel things are, supposed to be, all the expectations people have on relationships. It kind of just feels like that kind of energy sucks the life out of the sale of them wanting to, head and get into relationships. Even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Fool card, which is this energy of letting the old go, starting this adventure free from all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, which allows them to move forward and just to experience relationship and love without feeling like they're caging themselves or, imprisoning themselves. Because that's what all these expectations equal disappointment. They don't want to disappoint people. So rather than going into doing something they feel they might fail at, that's why they kind of shy away from relationships or in the past have kind of self-sabotaged, relationships because they were like, I'd rather, mess up on purpose and then have it end than me trying my best and fail. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is what they have to get out of their head. But I do feel like there's some great things. What you can do in that is just be loving, accepting, if you can, question your thoughts and beliefs. Do you have any expectations on who they're supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be? Those are those restrictive things that kind of they spot them and they want to run the other direction. So the more you can just accept them for who they are and let things unfold as they will, go with the flow, have it be an adventure, the more safely they'll let down those walls and move into relationship. So hopefully that helps infinity. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Spiritual Journey Tarot, you are up after that. So thank you for your patience and getting to your second question, which is you want to know what's coming towards you in the next few weeks. You're not feeling stable or happy, feeling discouraged, like you're going to lose what you're trying to keep. All right, let's take a look here. Well, that is something, right? When we try to grasp and hold on to something, it slips through our fingers. The more we try to control things, the more we push things away. So it is a good awareness of, the more we're grateful for what we do have, the more it draws something to us rather than, pushes things away from us, right? So let's take a look here. You got 3 and 3 cards here. So what's coming towards you in the next few weeks? Well, so 3 and 3. So 3 weeks and 3 weeks, right? I mean, it's like I feel like each card is for each week, for each of the next 3 weeks, and you got 2 cards. So we'll look at week 1, week 2, week 3, and then what they want you to know about week 1, week 2, week 3. So we'll do it that way. So for the first week, you do have the 10 of wands, so the 10 of staves, which is a lot of energy being invested in the ending of energy, where you're investing it, and then realization of why are you investing things in that you are, right? Things that are important, of course, we invest energy toward, but the things that are saying, I'm urgent, that are not important. This is kind of like an inventory of where you're investing your energy and just to realize how you're investing your energy too. Let's see what week 1. Yeah, because you have the Emperor card, which is the counterpart of week 1. So these are your 2 week 1 cards, just to be clear. The Emperor is about you realizing what it is you want to focus on. Where do you want to send your energy and how do you want to invest it? The Emperor clears the throne room from all the advisors yakking in their ear about supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and must. And it's like, urgent, 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 but they're not urgent. They may be urgent, but they're not important, right? And you're like, okay, that's not important. We don't need to, invest energy in that. And so there is this beautiful release that comes. I just feel like taking a big deep breath and going, calm, and going, you know what? I know what is important. I'm going to make a plan and I'm investing energy accordingly. I like that kind of energy coming in because week two comes in. Yeah, week two, you have the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, really becoming aware of those things, and the Daughter of Staves. So, yeah, Page of Wands, Four of Swords. So, it feels like when you've made this other four, the Emperor card, stability, when you've come up with this plan the first week and going, you know what? I'm going to choose where I'm investing my energy and I'm going to focus in on it, not like trying to control it, like we are talking about. But the Daughter of Staves, the Page of Wands, is being aware of how I'm investing my energy, right? Because when she holds that magic wand and she has this beautiful awareness, she realizes whatever I point at, I draw more of. So if I want things or I'm missing things or I hate things or I fear things, if I focus on that, I grow that. I grow wanting this. I grow missingness. Not getting what I want, but I grow want, right? I grow miss. I grow what I hate. I grow what I fear because I'm telling the universe through my energy what I want. But when we come to this peace of mind and we have this clarity of going, you know what? No, I want this. And I'm going to have great gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, higher vibration. When I have gratitude for things, then that's when things grow, right? In that manner, instead of growing the pushing things away or the wantingness, right? And then week three, you come in and you have the Two of Coins. Yeah, so you do have the third week of the awareness of what you're choosing really comes, I feel like, to fruition here. Yeah, because you have the Devil card here. This is the freeing from the old chains, freeing from the old ways of looking at things, right? And this, chain that's broken, this stepping out of the cage of my fears. Why do I feel like if I don't have something that it means something about me? There's like this release, this I don't know. It's like, when we want something so bad, it's because there's attachment to our worth that's at the root of it, right? When we're okay, when we ask the universe, what I'd really like is that, but I'm okay either way. I have gratitude for what I do have, and I just simply ask for what I want, and then I take action towards it if I can do something to help. And if not, I release it, and I'm okay either way because truly we are okay either way. We just have this belief that's in our head that if I don't get this thing or this thing doesn't unfold the way I think it should, it means something about me. So what do? I try to control it. And the more I try to control it, the more I push it away. Isn't that funny how that all works? But when I release it and go, all right, I'm totally have everything I need right here inside my own heart, then things unfold beautifully, right? And what we are okay with, whatever is drawn to us is for us. And everything in the outside world is above and beyond extra when we really look at it, right? But there's this freedom that comes through it all. So I like that. Letting go of the control is what allows things to, come towards you more, right? All right. So that is what they have for you, Spiritual Journey Tarot. So many blessings to you. And then up after that, we had through Venmo. So Lori, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate that. And you say you are currently a widow. And will there ever be love and happiness again? All right, let's take a look here and see. Of course, your former spouse is all about, yeah, go for it. Don't feel like that. There's no marriage on the other side. They're like, don't worry about me. Go have fun. Go enjoy your life. You know, that's something that is, I know I have friends who are widows and they're all about, I channel their spouses and they're always like, yeah, don't worry. We're not going like, I can't believe you are going to try to find love again. They're like, we want you to go. We're with you all the time. And with love as our higher selves now, there's no, marriage on the other side, which is interesting, right? All right, but let's take a look here. Will there be love and happiness again? Let's see what Spirit has here for you. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cinco seis. All right. I don't know why they're doing it that way, but they're doing it like, do you remember, wasn't it Sesame Street? They had Count, the Count who would count one Ricky Ticky. That's the way they're imitating it in my head. So, whatever that means for you. I do see here the bottom of the deck we have Capricorn energy, which also is Devil card, and this releasing energy of getting yourself out of the chains, out of the cage, allowing yourself to be released and to move forward. In your life, it's shaking and rattling that allows you to see the cage of thought and belief that might have kept you, kind of feeling trapped and restricted. I like underneath that you have the Six of Cups, which represents multiple lifetimes that you've had. And, when we realize that we've had so many different lifetimes and had different lovers and different relationships of all kinds throughout relationships and different with different people. In one lifetime we're someone's lover, and another time we're someone's enemy, another one we're someone's wife, of a friend, or we're a child. It's just each movie that, each lifetime is like a different movie that characters play whatever is for their highest experience. There's not this attachment lifetime after lifetime after lifetime is like, oh, you're always my spouse in every relation, in every lifetime. No, it's like wide variety. That's what's on the bottom of the deck, and I feel like they just want to kind of reiterate that, to have this freedom of attachment and go, I love who I was with and what I experienced, but now's a new journey. It's like a new lifetime within a lifetime. So I like that. There could also be the Six of Cups. They're saying, it could be someone from that you knew earlier in your life that's coming back into your life now, later, as well. Well, let's take a look here. These are the cards that came out. You do have 6 cards here. Yeah. So 5 of Cups is the, choosing a certain time. You've grieved, and now it's, they're showing me like, Dances with Wolves. If you saw that movie where Kevin Costner was Calvary, he was off living by himself as a soldier, and he fell in love with a Native American woman who was in this tribe who had lost her husband, and so she was in mourning. I think they had like a year or a season, whatever it was, but she couldn't have romance, and they were falling in love, but she couldn't act on it. But the day that it was over, she came running at him, and they kissed each other. It was like this bum, and I feel like that's what they're showing me is pick the day that I'm mourning up to this point, and then my mourning is ended, and I am now open to a relationship. It's like choose that date, and unless it's already happened, and you're like, yeah, I'm done with my mourning period. If not, choose a date, let that mourn up to that date, and then have this release kind of ceremony for that day for you. Yeah, because you have the Daughter of Staves, so Page of Wands is a new passion that is ignited after that, but I feel like it's important for you to choose that date. Yeah, you have the Four of Wands, which is the marriage and celebration card, so I do feel like you do have another important relationship, of course, maybe even leading to marriage. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this represents that you've had 2 opportunities in your life of different types of love, but, now is the time for the turning, of it, which is interesting here. They're both drums that are attached by strings, but there's one that's in the past and one that's in the future, the way they have it. Usually, they're juggling like this, but they're turning toward one, so I like that for you. So definitely there is this energy coming in. Yeah, and you have the death and the rebirth. So, definitely it's here, and the Nine of Staves is moving beyond, the restrictions that you have within yourself. You step into your power, and you're able to step forward. Yeah, even the bottom of the deck, you've got the Two of Wands, which is, 2 passions that you've had in your life, important ones. So they're definitely there. You can still, with the star card on the bottom, make a wish a dream come true type of energy that comes in here. So I definitely love that for you. So there is definitely happiness. It's just you choosing to let the morning end. I feel like is a big piece of that. And I also want to pull here just a message from the other side, probably from your spouse. But whoops, those cards go flying everywhere here. So I do want to pull from the Talking to Heaven deck with our from James Von Prague. So let's take a look here. See what message they have for you. So a message from your spouse around happiness and love in your life. Let's see what they say here. Yeah, I'm learning over here. So they're busy. They're like, I'm in school. I am learning over here. Let's see what they have here. There it is. They're saying I've always loved to learn, and sometimes I thought that I knew it all. Were they a know it all? But now that I'm beyond the three-dimensional physical world, I'm astounded to be learning how everything really works in this beautiful and perfect universe. Even now, I can completely comprehend all of God's plan, but I do see the bigger picture, and it's amazing. You and I are so much more than we ever dreamed of. The only thing I can share with you is how important it is to appreciate and honor yourself and everything else in life. You and I, like everyone, are God's sacred creations, which means that we honor God when we honor ourselves and each other. And I definitely honor you. So I like that because they're saying, they've got this whole um, I'm learning over here. I'm seeing the big picture that we're beyond that three-dimensional period, and that we're all, important. And I feel like they're letting you know, just to kind of again reiterate that they're beyond this 3D kind of world, and that it's so much more than you could ever have dreamed of. And not to worry, they're busy learning. They're around you, but they're not, you don't have to be like this super devoted person to the person that's passed. I feel like they're releasing you, just saying, "Hey, yeah, go for it," kind of energy. So I like that energy coming in there for you, Lori, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. And then up next I've got just three more donations and then we'll start the free reading. So Patty, you are up next. Thank you for your donation. And you wanted to know, are you in your best job at the moment, or is this merely part of a bigger plan? All right. Let's take a look here. Let's give these a shuffle. And see here. So is this the job, or is it just a stepping stone on the way to something bigger? All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the end all be all job. It is part of a bigger plan because you've got the Ace of Swords, which is about, seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, clarity. Maybe even if you're wanting to go to school for something, this represents higher knowledge and higher wisdom because you've got both the Hermit card and the Moon card, which the Hermit card is all about connecting to your higher self and spirit to understand more clearly what is the bigger plan. And the Moon card is this revelation, this like trusting your heart to know what it is that you want to do with your life, getting out of your head and into your heart. And the reason why I was like, if is there something more? I mean, you 10 of staves, endings and new beginnings, ace of coins, new opportunity in the outside world. So definitely a 10 and an ace is ending and beginning. So it definitely is, I feel like this is the struggle getting you towards something, right? You see him heading up here to that house up here. So, there is this journey forward. So I don't feel like where you're at now is the end all be all and that's where you're going to be. I feel like it's just a stepping stone. You're, moving beyond the limiting beliefs and mindsets with this ace of swords about um, getting out of the mind of the shoulds, the supposed to's, the need to's, the have to's, the musts. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck you've got the um, hierophant, which is connecting to see what your capital T truth is. You got the endings and beginnings with the world card. And the big thing that kind of the obstacle to kind of look at is you've got the 5 of coins, the 5 of pentacles, the 8 of swords. The 8 of swords represents your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have kept you blinded and bound and trapped and held back. And the 5 of coins represents these beliefs of lack in yourself, right? And so you've got these thoughts of, well, I couldn't do that, or no, that's impossible. There's nothing impossible. This is what we're the only thing that can limit our us is ourselves, right? That's the only thing. People can try to limit us, but if it's something we truly want, where there's a will, there's a way and we find a way, right? So definitely I feel like you are meant for something more, and your heart knows the way, and your heart knows what it wants. So it's getting out of here and into here, that moon energy. It's, if no money or opportunity or anything was in the way, what would you want to do with your life? That's the thing, right? So much that we could do, but how do you uniquely want to express this unconditional love in your heart with the world? And that can help clarify it, maybe. Right. So that's what they have for you, Patty, my dear. So many blessings to you. Right. And then I had two left from Lynette. So, Lynette, I only found you gave two donations, but I only found one additional question. Um, so I will pull cards for your other question. Spirit knows what you were wanting to know if for some reason the question didn't make it, or in case this human bypassed it and didn't see it. I tried looking, but I didn't see it. But so we'll start the first one. You wanted to know what are people's general perceptions of you. So we can take a look here, just the overall general. Keep in mind when we're asking what do other people think of us, everyone's seeing the world through their own eyes. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So, the general perception of people is going to be the general perception of how the people around you see themselves in a way, right? So we'll take a look here. You got the bottom of the deck, we've got the 8 of staves, and you even have the sun card here. And I feel like you are this bright light, this person who has a lot of energy. I feel like you go, 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 go. And with these cards, it's like, wow, you shine bright. You um, bring energy into a room. You bring energy towards things. I feel like you're very motivated. You get things done. And I feel like you'll step up and take charge if other people won't. Even when other people will, I feel like you might jump in to take charge, which is all right. Because we see here with the 4 of wands, there is this energy of joy, celebration. Again, this energy of, you bring a smile, you bring this positive energy, around things, um, generally, right? Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, see, it's like you're a balancer. We have the Justice card here and the 5 of wands. And the 5 of wands is like when there's drama, you help transform it, you help bring balance. You help people see. I'm going to call you like Benjamin Franklin, who was like, I think they were known as the great compromiser, which is in here. It's like you help bring peace, kind of like this peacemaker that comes in. Yeah, I mean, the 10 of swords is, I feel like you help bring um, And because the 10 of swords is endings and beginnings, the end of a lot of conflict, a lot of mental disagreement, mental conflicts. And I feel like you just are this, individual. Even on the bottom of the deck, I mean, we've got the Daughter of Cups, Page of Cups, and I just feel like this is you just bring like a zen, like a quietness or a peace around you when it comes to, people. And I feel like that's very attractive. People are drawn to your energy. I don't know with this Leo energy of the sun, if you're a fire sign, it would make sense, but not a lower expression of a fire sign, but a higher expression. Lower expression fire is like, look at me, look at me, look at me. But I don't feel like that's you. I feel like you're a higher expression of fire, which is how can I help? Look at the situation. How can we? It's like leadership, right? People look for you to lead. That's why I feel like even when other people step up to lead, they still look to you to lead in a way because I when headed my one of my old bosses said, and I wasn't in a leadership position, they go, whether by default or design, you're a leader in the group. And I'm like, what? I was like, I'm not meaning to do anything. Like they all look up to you. So you need to lead them. And I'm like, well, I'm just on their same peer level. And of course, that's when other discussions happen. And I feel like that's an important thing for you to realize that they do look at you in that manner. So I like that for you, Lynette. Right. So that's that one. And for the second question, and you've got a little emoticon with dollar signs. So I think maybe we'll pull a card here about finances and how your um, abundance and finances are looking for the future here, because that really just jumped out at me. So I feel like that's what spirit's nudging you towards, is like what's happening, what's unfolding here, financially for you and abundance wise here in the near future. Right. Well, I like the bottom of the deck. You've got the Emperor, who is all about taking charge and you determining what you want and what you're wanting to do. A lot of people are telling you about who you're supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. But here's that fire, here's that leader again coming in. And I feel like you do have this great potential to really determine what it is you want to do, how you want to do it, and stepping forward. I really feel like if you're wanting to get up into, a leadership position or something kind of an authority, I feel like if where you're at now doesn't um, offer it, or they keep moving the carrot, going, well, we can, but you got to do this. And then you do that. And I go, well, things have changed. You need to do this. And then you do that. And like, well, sorry, things changed again. You need to do this. They keep on moving the carrot. I feel like it's kind of like, are you guys offering that to me now? No, then look somewhere else. And I feel like you will put your energy forward in that you move in this direction. Yeah. So you have here the High Priestess, which is stepping back, connecting higher, going behind the veil, diving deep. Follow your intuition, follow your gut on this change of position of job, even moving departments. Just follow your heart. I just feel like this is an important piece of all this for you here. Yeah, here's the King of Pentacles, because you have abundance that's available to you, but I feel like you have to take action with this to move areas. And I feel like spirit has been nudging, and I feel like you've been getting these messages of move it, move it, move it. And you're like, well, but I want to give them a chance. And it's like, you've given them plenty of chances, whatever this is about. And it's time for you to take action and movement. Yeah. Because again, you have Six of Pentacles. So with the Shah of Coins, the King of Pentacles, this is about abundance, is in your possibilities of your life here. Yeah. Yeah. Again, it comes down to the Hermit card, which is a lot like this energy of the High Priestess. Step back, connect to spirit, trust your intuition, because you do have here with the Fool card is, it's the zero. It's the first card in the major arcana. It's time for this movement. It is time to end old cycles, begin a new adventure. And I just feel like there is this ending and beginning that can happen with, regarding your finances. And if it's around job, I just feel like it's such a strong connection with that of, I've been working hard. I'm not getting the raise, the promotion, the reward that you deserve, and I feel like it's time to look somewhere else with all of that. So, hopefully that helps, Lynette. That's what's coming in there for you. And if I totally missed your question, please just comment on the video, and I will find a way to answer the question if that wasn't the what you were looking for there. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, so that is it for the donations. So thank you guys for your patience in getting to the free reading. So we'll zip this up here and we'll start. At the very top, it was Grace 1111. You were up first. So, and I will be using the Light Seers Tarot. This is what it looks like if you guys love it. I actually have two decks. Well, almost two decks minus one card because I had two decks and I actually had one deck and I bent one of the cards because I was aggressively shuffling. I know. And so whenever you bend a card, it just doesn't keeps on wanting to come out because it feels differently than the rest of the cards. So it is asleep in one of the boxes, but a friend of mine, had lunch with me one day and says, "Hey, do you want this extra deck? I already had it, and someone bought me another one, but I don't need two." And I was like, "Thank you." Universe gave it to me, so I put them all together into one giant deck, and I've split them off already. So we'll pull one from each of the two piles here to get your answers. I like it. So general reading, Grace, you've got the Four of Cups and the Temperance. I love the Four of Cups. They look how bored we would be when a Temperance card comes out, which is a slow patience card. It's like, come on, hurry up. I like it though, because it's saying that the love is worth it. The emotional stability that comes in with this Temperance, you know, these are the love that she's had before, but here is a new love. You see how it's all rainbowy and bright. It's perfect because it is showing you that this love is that's unfolding, that's headed your way, that's purposely been slowed down to give the opportunity to become that, have that emotional stability. Finding, this is the Ace of Cups. This is the love you find from the inside of you, and this Temperance, the slowing has allowed you to raise your love vibration, find that more and more and more as it rises and rises and rises more. And it doesn't mean that you stop wanting love from the outside world, but it expands it. It allows it to, come in even greater, because we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, nor receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if we raise our love vibration, we open up our self-love, then that opens our ability to give and receive love to the outside world too. And I feel like this is what they're saying, is that this impacts every relationship you have in the outside world, because if people are trying to give you love but you don't have that, your pipeline's like this. No matter how much love they want to give you, it's just going to drip in, and no matter how much love you want to pour out to the world, it's just going to drip in. So the more you expand that love, the greater, it's a win-win, win-win-win, when it comes down to it. So they just want to let you know that the slowness, the Temperance, the going back and forth, and how things are slowly evolving in your outside world, that it's happening on purpose so that you can find that and experience that. So that's what they have for you, Grace. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Starfall, you are up next. So why did the Leo stutter and act nervous when you were talking about going to a place together? Didn't he want to go with you? You haven't seen him stutter nervous like that before. What did you do, Starfall? Let's take a look here. No, no. If it goes back here with the Six of Cups. This goes back to their earlier childhood. They've had a stutter when they get scared, or and this is what the Tower card comes in, is the whenever they've have something that they get excited about or nervous about, then that's when the stutter, comes in. It goes back to their childhood. And you haven't heard them stutter before because I don't feel like they've felt something so important before. And so I feel like there is this, you know, um, the fear of whatever you guys were gonna go do, or that you were doing it together, but a combo, I feel like, of everything. It just normally, like, one thing by itself, they're good, the other thing, they're good, one thing, but when you put 3 things together, it's overwhelming a little bit, and that's what kicked in there. So I don't feel like they didn't wanna go there, and that there's not it's just the combo of all these different emotions that came in that caused them to for their stutter to reactivate. Normally, they're pretty calm, but I feel like it was with you, where you were going and what you guys were doing independently, they could deal with them, but that they were all 3 kind of confronted at the same moment, I feel like is what made well, they're just like their mind was all over the place trying to, comprehend it and process it, it feels like. So, nothing bad. I feel like it was excitement and a little bit of fear about where you guys were gonna go do, and, so I'm not sure what that's about, but, I feel like you'll know. But I just feel like there's the suddenness, the tower is the suddenness of it is, like being blindsided by 3 different things all at once, is what triggered it. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. And then angel blessings. You want to know any blessings coming to you? Let's take a look. Oops, didn't mean to hit my microphone there. Sorry about that. Yeah, you do. You have here the Ten of Pentacles is abundance, relationship. You have all this that's coming here. It's on the other side of releasing some of these fears with the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare and Insomnia card. The 9 is a good card, though. I mean, it's like an ending and beginning kind of energy, so it's like you've been facing some fears, releasing them, and as you let those go, it does allow you to get to these blessings. I mean, 10 of Pentacles is a lot of blessings, right? I mean, it's abundance in a lot of different ways. It is, um, relationship and, just, I mean, it's everything. It's the children, the dog, the money, everything. So there's tons of blessings. It's on the other side of letting go more fears and letting go of more fears and more fears and more fears. But that's the only thing that's holding it back is these beliefs, these small t truths of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts. It's like, well, these things have to happen first before I can have that blessing. It's like, who said, let these beliefs go that you have to try so hard to get blessings, that there's so many hoops you have to jump through to get blessings. I just feel like that's an important piece of it. Right. So that's what they have for you, angel blessings. So many blessings to you. Soul searching vibe. You wanted spirit messages here. Yeah, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world, which bring you more peace of mind. I just feel like you've been, you know, troubled with some things, just some insecurity of the future in some way here. And the Four of Swords is about rest, putting some fears to rest. And there's this solid foundation that comes in with it. But I just feel like there's this new opportunity that opens up. And I know a lot of our life, we're like, we try, it's all about learning our lesson. And then once we learn this, the peace comes. But I feel like they're saying, it's okay. You've done a lot of that inner work. This one is just, just allow us to bring in this resolution, this answer to a problem. What we're bringing it, that'll just bring like instant peace of mind, and you're like, oh wow. So that's what that feels like. Instead of having to work so hard for an answer, and okay, I'll have perseverance. I'll go. All those wonderful journeys we're on. Every once in a while, it's nice just to have a gimme, a freebie, and I feel like that's what they're telling you is that they have this freebie coming your way of something that just solves itself, where you're just like, oh, I thought I was going to have to invest all this energy in something and it just took care of itself. and it's a freebie, so I like that. Too funny. But that's what they have for you, soul searching vibes. So lucky, lucky you, right? All right, many blessings. And then Goldie, you are up. So higher self guidance on your connection with Pisces. All right. Well, I mean, both of these look very, very joyful. I mean, they're both leaping. I mean, it's almost like the exact same pose. And I like this here. I feel like the Page of Wands is like this energy of you expressing your energy, right? When you express joy and celebration and gratitude, then that's what gets reflected in the outside world. So I feel like one is inward, one is the expression outward. And so instead of having the outward determine the inward, your inward determines what changes on the outside world, because the world doesn't change from the outside in. We see the world as we are, so when we change, then our world changes. And I feel like it's an important piece here for you to really look at inwardly. Where am I investing my energy? The Page of Wands is wherever she points her magic wand is what grows and expands, right? And so when I focus in on what I feel is missing in my life, like for this Pisces, if I feel like something is missing in my connection with this Pisces, guess what? It becomes more missingness. If I'm wanting something from the Pisces that I don't have, then I'm telling the universe I enjoy wanting it, not getting it, but wanting it. So I end up wanting it more and for longer periods of time. Same with what I fear and what I hate in my life. I tell the universe, I really like this. Can I have more of that? And we're like, no, right? Because we want to, what are we grateful for in our lives? When we're grateful for it, we get more of that. When I focus on joy and laughter and celebration and unconditional love, that expands those things. So being really aware of where you're focusing your energy is what truly makes our dreams come true. We don't like want, and then, we just get more want. We tell the universe, I really would want this, and I'm grateful for all this stuff that you're already giving me. And then the universe is like, oh, you like being grateful for things that you have, so I'll bring you more to be grateful for. And you ask me for this. If it is for your highest experience, they will bring it, right? So I like this change of energy, um, with your connection with Pisces instead of focusing on what it's not being. What are you grateful for in it? What are you grateful for in your life? And do you trust Creator to bring you what is for your highest experience in the perfect timing, in the perfect way, right? That's the toughie, I know. Trusting Creator. They're going to bring me the perfect person or perfect thing or circumstance in the perfect way, in the perfect timing, but it doesn't match up sometimes with our human ego going, I need it now and I want that now. It's like trusting as we're going through the grocery store that, it's being the little kid in the cart wanting all the sugary cereal, that they're like, well, that's good. We'll get a little box of that, but we need to have nutrition too to keep you alive. And we trust that they're going to bring us that. So that's what's coming in, Goldie. Hopefully that helps. All right. Many blessings. And then a new three, you're up. Anything that you need to know. All right. Yeah, you're ready for a transition and a change coming in here. You've got the 10 of wands coming in, which is the, ending of an old journey. You've come all this way. You've gleaned all this stuff. You've invested all that energy. Now it's time for an ending and a beginning with this page of pentacles. So, you consider it like an 11 of pentacles because it goes one ace to 10. And then the page would be 11, the knight 12, queen 13, king 14. So there is this change. There is this opportunity that's opening up. And in a way, it's like a reaping what you're sowing, because the 10 of wands is like you've invested a lot of energy in things. You have a lot of fruition that's coming. Again, they have all this stuff that they have here, on the ox that's helping them. So they've got all this abundance, all of this energy, all of this, um, just all this energy that's ready to expand into something new. You've reached what you can do where you're at, and now there's this expansion that's coming in here. So whatever area of your life you feel like, okay, I've done all I can, and now it's time to release that, let it go, and look for a new enhanced opportunity wherever it may be. So I feel like that's what you need to know is you've been patient, you've done what you've needed. Now it's time for an upgrade. It's time for something even more expansive for you. So I like it. And that's what they have. Yep. So many blessings to you, Anusri. And then up next, we've got Smooth Life. Anyone a little tidbit about your future spouse? All right, let's take a look here. Oh my gosh. Well, you got the Two of Cups. So obviously there's the future spouse and the Three of Swords, which is, the heartbreak card, the disappointment, the expectations equal disappointment. And so they've been through heartbreaks before, and I feel like with this combo, I feel like they're either a widow or they're divorced. I feel like they've been married before, and it was a heartbreaking situation for them, but they learned a lot about themselves, and they are ready to love again, with an enhanced viewpoint. So I don't feel like it's, someone who is brand new of finding love for the first time. I really feel like they're divorced or widowed because they had a significant relationship. Obviously, they got where they were married, um, but because of this experience that they've had, there's greater appreciation for who you are when you guys meet as well. So, because of either that person, if it's like they passed, then they so much appreciate each moment that they have with someone because I don't feel like they appreciated that before. And then it's ended, it's gone. And they were like, okay, I took them for granted that they were there. And I don't want to ever do that again. And so I like that kind of energy coming in for you. Right. So that's what they have for you, Smooth Life. So many blessings to you. And then Pinky, you'd like the May month for you. And don't forget to check out the May monthlies that I put out for all zodiac signs. There's a playlist on my main page that has each individual zodiac sign where we go into a great deal more. So be sure to check that out for more information too. So you've got the Five of Wands and the Lovers card coming in here, Pinky. So could be a very important to relationship that's coming in here for you this month. And the five, meaning May, is a transformational month for you with energy. And I just feel like there's this passion that definitely ignites here, something that moves from something lower vibrational and fearful and let's say your guides are saying a little lusty, that transforms into an important relationship for you. So there is something that's very attraction, very much almost like you know how they say when you walk by two people who are kind of bantering with each other and some people are like, oh my god, this sexual tension, get a room. That's the kind of energy I feel like this is in the beginning. In this month you meet someone that's kind of a little bit, but I feel like you both enjoy that because you're you're both being who you are, and neither of you is backing down, and I feel like that's what you both need is like two strong personalities needing a strong personality on the other side of a relationship because you won't let each other, overpower and just, run over each other. They're like, wait a minute, what did you just say? Oh, I'm sorry. You won't just let people just do that. I like that for you, you both here. And I feel like this is who you meet. And whether it's romantic or not, I feel like whatever happens, there is this kind of energy in the beginning. And it turns out, whether it's romantic or like a best friend where you call each other out on your stuff, or if it's romantic, I feel like it could be either or maybe even both. But you definitely have a fiery type of May coming up here for you. So I like it, Pinky. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then MMC, you are up. You'd like a general work reading for next week. All right, let's see what's going on at your work here. All right. So On one hand, they're saying, before you act, before you leap forward, before you take charge, take a step back, look at things from a different perspective with that hanged man. See things differently, pause, allow you the time to really grasp and make sure you understand a situation. And then the Queen of Wands is all about, then step forward, then take action. But look before you leap next week. I feel like there's some situation or situations that open up where you think you know it, and then you're about to leap and go, well, this is what this is, instead of going, wait a minute, let me ask some clarifying questions. Let me look at it from a different perspective. Let me make sure I'm getting the whole picture before I look for a solution. And it really works well for you if you do. And so I like that. Definitely try to see it from other people's perspectives, even ask other people, hey, what do you think of this? And get other people's input and allow that to be part of seeing things from a different perspective. But I like it because I feel like you said, if you do that, then things work out very well for you. And that's what they have for you right now, MMC. So many blessings to you. And then Doll Face Diva, you'd like a general for the weekend. All right. So you have an opportunity here with this Ace of Pentacles that opens up here, but I feel like there's this opportunity that comes out of nowhere. This Moon card is like something that's hidden that comes forward. And I like this. It's like something, I just feel like you have an important event, an important opportunity that opens up and comes out of nowhere. Like you weren't even expecting it. It's like it comes from the deep surface. And you're like, whoa, where did that come from? How did you get in here? But it's a very positive thing for you because I just feel like it's a very beneficial opportunity for you. Um, and and I feel like don't let other possibilities keep you from accepting this opportunity. It's like if someone goes, "Hey, do you want to go do this?" And you're like, "Well, some of my friends, said, hey, we might go do this, we might go do that." I feel like if you were putting yourself on pause for other people to decide if they're going to do something, but you have this opportunity that comes out of nowhere, go do it. Don't wait around for other people to decide. Take this opportunity and leap. So I like it. Right. So that's what's coming in for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you want to know potential relationship coming to you here. Let's take a look here. Well, kind of eventually. You have the Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight out of them all. So it's taking a little bit of time to come your way here. But with the Two of Swords, I do feel like there's going to be two choices, right? I know it goes from 0 to 2. Why can't you have one at a time? Well, the important thing for this is that you have someone who looks good on paper with the mind, but someone that your heart is going, whoa, whoa, whoa. When you have this choice between two, even though this person looks so good on paper, it's not, doesn't match reality, follow your heart. Your heart knows the way, and I feel like this is what they're wanting you to know here. It's slowness coming in. So if you have one opportunity where it looks really good on paper, wait for the second opportunity to arise. Your heart's going to know. You might be like, well, you might have some fears, like, I want stability, I want this, 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 this. It's like, yeah, but this, my heart is going whoop, whoop, whoop. The alarms are going off in a positive way from your heart. Trust your heart in this situation. So that's what's coming in for you, cuties. So definitely, what? Two? I know, but only choose one. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Happy Pill, you wanted angel messages. Let's take a look here. All right. So we have the moon card coming in here again. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So two major arcana coming in. And, there's this fate's wheel energy, trusting that whatever unfolds in your life is unfolding for you. And I feel like there's something important happening here, either around this new moon coming up here next week on the Taurus new moon, or the full moon that's coming up in 2 weeks after that. I just feel like this month's moon cycle, either the new moon and full moon or both, are bringing a transformational type of energy. This new moon is the planting of something, is the beginning of something. And a couple of weeks later, you really recognize this fruition that comes from it, this result that you just feel very blessed by it. So, whatever this energy, I would really encourage you to look at the pick a card that we put out this last Wednesday, which is the new moon energy. It talks about how to make the most of the new moon wishes for this Taurus new moon. And if the pick a card stands out, check one of those out. But definitely look at the new moon, um, making the best of those wishes, because I feel like doing that really helps this full moon that we have in a couple weeks after that really is impactful for you. So that's what your angels want you to know right now. Happy pills. So many blessings to you. And then Links Lee, you wanted messages from your Leo. All right. Well. So Leo energy, full bloom here. I mean, Ace of Wands and Eight of Wands. A lot of passion and action from them. But, I just feel like this is a warning sign for you too. It's like their higher self is going, I've got a ton of passion that I express. And it's not just to you. I just feel like they've got this overwhelming desire to share passion. And I just feel like um, they tend to burn people out, so they tend to spread themselves out, if you know what I mean. So I just feel like there's this energy. It's lower vibrational Leo energy, lower expression, which is look at me, I need attention. And so they try to get attention from a lot of different people in a lot of different ways. So, even if they're like saying things like you're the only one for me and different things like that, just know that they have the best intentions, but I just feel like it's important for you to know that the lion has a pride meaning several females. If you know what yeah, lion's pride is. um I just feel like there's important for you to know that, not that. And it's not about you, this is all about them, and that with this they feel these needs that they have, right? They don't have a whole lot of self-love for them, and so they use this passionate attraction energy to feel loved. And when they're not feeling filled up, that's why they feel like they need attention from several different people. Like I said, in several different ways. It's not all sexual, but they definitely want a lot of attention from a lot of people. So just know that's what's part of who they are right now in their lives. And if that's not acceptable, then that's okay. Don't try to change them. Let them go be who they need to be and allow yourself to go be who you need to be. So I feel like that's the messages from the Leo coming in for you. Their higher self kind of warning you, just bringing you information. All right. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Julie, thank you so much for your love and to the universe. So the next 3-month reading, June, July, and August. What do you have coming in here? Well, very much balancing energy. You got the Four of Cups, which is emotional stability. You got the Queen of Swords, who's the balance between the head and the heart. I like this kind of energy because I feel like, if you look down here, here is the Ace of Cups that that is right here. And we've got this energy that comes in with all of this of this release, this freedom that comes in, the emotional stability that we have. And there's this realization, this clarity that really comes in looking at. I'm sorry, there's these kids going back and forth in front of my window. He almost wiped out, distracted me a little bit. And I feel like that's what's coming in here. Obviously, everything happens for a reason. There's this distraction. There's this clarity, there's this, really zeroing in and understanding, what is it that I want from love? What is it that I expect from love? Who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? There is this clarity. I feel like this is all about love and about self-love, of course, because that's what this Ace of Cups is. And there's this freedom that comes in. I mean, they're in a prison here. Here, there's this freedom that's coming in. When we looking to the outside world for that fulfillment, that's why they look so bored, because it is not fulfilling. It is empty feeling, because what we're looking for is we look inward for our, um, eventually look inward for our love. When we're looking to the outside world, it's temporary, it falls short. What we're truly hungering for is on the inside. That's why she looks like she's bored with this other unfulfilling love in the outside world. Over these next 3 months, it's really like this clarity that comes in and this guidance that comes in, and beautiful reflection, because you're letting go of these thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you anymore. And it's like there's this release that happens that allows you to really move forward and um, fill from the inside out. When we find the love inside of us, and I feel like there's a lot of clarity that comes during these next 3 months, where you realize that um, even if you fill up with love on the inside, you know that the outside world um, isn't going to fulfill you, but you don't expect it to. So you fill up. I'm sorry, they're really distracting me. If you guys see the shadows, there's like two of them now. And there's all this activity. And I feel like this is what's going on. I feel like there's this distractions, these confusions that happen, where it's really been difficult for you to grasp, get your head around it. But suddenly, boom, you realize what I've been looking for has been inside of me all along, and the outside world can't give that to me. So when I fill up and overflow, I don't stop desiring the outside world, but I don't expect it to fill me up anymore, and it doesn't need to. It becomes beyond, above and beyond extra. So instead of falling short and being disappointing and being a world of lack on the outside world, it becomes this above and beyond extra and abundance that comes in. And I feel like that's this aha. And I feel like it up here, but then it's like it up there, but it gets into your heart and you free your heart from that cage. And it's like this freedom that develops over these next 3 months. So I like that. How perfect. Because I felt so confused and distracted, and suddenly it stopped, and suddenly there's this clarity. And I feel like you're getting your head around it, but then it seeks into your heart, and you have this big, the angel singing, and the Ace of Cups glows with a rainbow, and you're like, wow. So I really love this because it just transforms every area of your life, relationships, situations, and things. All those things that we look for to try to fulfill us. So um, that's what's coming in. So thank you for your patience with that while that was unfolding. That's what these next 3 months are all about. The patience, letting it unfold. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Nelia Medeiros, hello, hello. So your question is, will your director give you a generous raise this year, or do you need to ask for one? You feel like your workplace is stingy with money. Sure. Let's take a look here. See what they have here. Yeah, I feel like you have to ask for it here with this judgment card and this Ace of Cups. Because, the judgment card is like your higher self calling you to this higher place. And this Ace of Cups is all about the self love and self worth. And I just feel like if you don't ask, if you don't take the initiative and share what your wish is, what you would like, then they just don't. They just give you the minimum of others. I feel like it's important here with the Ace of Cups, though, to know who you are and what you have to offer, and to come prepared for that. If you feel like you have accomplished things, you've done things, You can't just go to the I mean, you can go to them and just go, "Hey, I want a raise," and they're like, "No," and you're like, "Okay." But if you go with them going, "You know what? Are we getting raises this year?" And if they're like, "Well, we're thinking about it." If you go in like, "I just wanna share with you, what I feel I've accomplished. Here's my list. If you need this to, convince HR, whoever, for a raise, I feel like these are my accomplishments where I've gone above and beyond, where I feel I deserve, extra this year because here's the job duties, here's how I've accomplished them, exceeded them." I feel like if you just share and not toot your own horn per se, but toot your own horn and let them provide them the information because maybe they don't realize it. Or sometimes I know in me being a manager in corporate life for many decades, sometimes, there's this clarity and um, some, in my experience, some managers don't keep track of stuff and they don't realize, oh, you did do a lot. Other managers are very, on top of things. So it's important for you to track and be your own manager and be your own advocate too, in a very professional way, of course. But I feel like it is sharing, what what it is. And if you don't get one, really allow that to kind of have this secondary message that comes in here, which is follow your heart and is your higher self calling you to a different place. Because sometimes the way spirit works is they make it very uncomfortable for you to stay where you're at because it just doesn't bring you satisfaction anymore. It's like an eagle's nest that they make it all comfortable for the egg and the eaglet, but when it's time for the eaglet to fly, they tear out all the comfortable stuff to make it easier for them to make a choice like, well, I'm going to leap off of here and learn to fly because I'm not getting room service anymore. They're not bringing in food. It's not comfy and cozy anymore. It's uncomfortable. That's sometimes what happens to get us to make a movement, right? If it's too comfortable, we'll sit. But if it's not comfortable anymore, we'll get off our bohinies and go and do something else, right? So that's what they have for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Kritika Sayani, you are up. So what's coming into your love life? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you have the 10 of cups. So there is definitely this possibility for love coming your way. But what's important is the two of wands. Where are you focusing your energy? How soon this comes into your life has to do with where the energy is being focused from inside you, right? Because when we're going to meet people, there's not usually like an exact day time for us to meet someone. It's usually a range, anywhere from this earliest time to this latest time. What determines that is our energy and their energy, right? If I'm focusing on wanting and missing and all that, the lower vibrational energies, it draws out when we'll meet them. But if I focus on gratitude and joy and laughter and raising my own love vibration, that higher vibration speeds things up and brings things in sooner for us too. So I definitely feel like, there is this, wonderful, wonderful fulfillment energy coming in here. 10 of Cups, right? Fill and overflowing, so much joy, so much emotion that, is coming in there. So, I feel like it's important for you to know where you're investing your energy. And the more you raise your own self worth and your own self love, that's higher vibrational, that draws in this other love in a faster way. So I like that for you. Right. And that's what they have for you, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And then Ateshi Singh, you're up. Is this connection you feel with SP real or is it in your head? I feel like here, this connection is real, but it's also in your head. Because the Hierophant, is about this invitation from your higher self to see things from a higher perspective, a capital T truth that you have. The Nine of Cups is like this emotional dream come true type of energy. And we have kind of two lives that are going on at the same time. We have our human experience based on our mind, right? Based on our upbringing, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. And there's this connection that's there of like, yeah, this is unfolding. This is who I want to be with, who I think I'm supposed to, should, and all this. Then we have this higher way of looking at things and looking at life too. We've got these capital T truths of what our high heart wants for us in these life experiences. They're both going on at the same time. So you do have this connection with them. There's a lot of destined interactions with people that we have designed. We want to experience things so that we can learn higher things about ourselves. Then there's the human experience that's going on at the same time that, is oblivious to the higher things that are behind the scenes below the surface. It's just seeing what this human is going on. And I kind of feel like there is this duality of emotions that are happening, these connections that are happening. There is a reason why you guys are there, but I don't feel like it's the end all be all dreams come true true energy that's there. I feel like there's like, wow, they have everything that I think I should want, but you're at the same time your higher self is going, why are you cheating on me with them? You're like, what? Why were you looking for them to define our worth and our lovability, right? It's like we turn inward and upward, we find that, and then that changes how we see things in the outside world. So I feel like a part of this connection that you have with them is that you feel like they are someone that could make you feel a certain way about yourself when really they can't. They can be who they are, but all that validation is coming from inside your head, not from out there. They can't that's retail price of the outside world, right? The value we think that um, we are to others, that's retail. But my true self-worth um, comes inward and upward. That's why it's called self-worth, not, retail price of the outside world. So I feel like, you know, it's a combination because there is purpose for them being in your life, a higher purpose of you being a beautiful mirror to reflect this for you, with your higher mind, your higher heart, have a bigger purpose, if that makes sense. So hopefully that makes sense, Satoshi, but that's what's coming in from your spirit guides. So many blessings. All right. And hang in there, everybody. We're making our way down the list here. Still have quite a few more to go. So, Butterfly A, you want to know what's coming in love this month? You're single. All right. So, you've got the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So, the Knight of Cups is this, eventually there's going to be someone that's going to be offering love to you. But for this month, this Three of Cups is happening first. It's like this is the precursor to help this come in. This is like your tribe here. I don't know if you've gotten this message before, but this is like you're meeting two people. I feel at least two people that are like, you're three peas in a pod. You guys are so much alike, but different, and you all bring something in. It's like this sister brotherhood that you have, whoever these people are. There's three of you, but you are like you're going to be friends forever for the rest of your lives. You're the besties of besties. You call each other out on things, and that's the important foundation to have before this love comes in and is offered to you, because it's part of the foundation. They are anchoring you down. Maybe in the past you might have like given up friendships and everything else for someone else. Like when you get in a relationship, you shrink and you become who you think that they think you should be. And so you neglect everything else and make them the priority and abandon your life, right? Well, these friends are not going to let you do that anymore. And it's good because you need in your life to have your identity, right? and not give up your identity, not shrink it, not become who you think they think you're supposed to be. Because this individual that comes in loves you for the unique person you are. And if you try to change to be who you think they think you're supposed to be, you end up changing and they're like, but this is who I loved and I was attracted to, but now you're not that because you're trying to change to be who you think rather than who they really like you for you are. And that's why this Three of Cups is important. They're like your anchor, and they're like, girl, what are you doing? You don't need to be that. Dress how you dress. Don't, change up and dress like them. And you're like, whoa. And they will call you out. But they're your anchor, and this other person loves you for you being you. And so it's a win win in the end. So I like that. So that's what's coming in here. I feel if you don't have these two individuals, you meet at least one, maybe two this month. But I feel like you do meet them in this foundation. You just click and you know that. All right. Or if you have one already, there is another one coming first. So that's all it. All right. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we've got Al, son of Hicks. Hello. So you want to know how would this new job turn out for you here? All right. I like this here for you. I feel like it's going to help you get past these feelings of lack, these feelings of abandonment, of being left out in the cold and being left behind. This Ace of Swords is this clarity that comes in. It allows you to see things differently here. And I like it because when you realize that it's not humans that bring you what you need in each moment, but it's creator, it's source, it's universe, whatever you believe that higher power to be, you take off the pressure of trying to please these humans because you're like, well, they're who bring me what I need, and they're the ones that are going to give me the raises and all that. But it's untrue. They're just the shipping company that delivers what the creator and source is bringing to you. And when you realize that, you stop putting so much effort into trying to be who you think everyone wants you to be at work. Instead, you are unique. You stay true to your authentic self, and you focus on creator, you focus on spirit, you focus on gratitude, knowing that you've always had everything you needed in each moment, right? Or you'd be dead right now. So creator has always brought you what you've needed. And so you have this ability to trust them that they're going to bring in always what you need in each moment. And so you stop having fear and anxiety around performance, around raises, around money, and you're able to be yourself, and that just draws it to you instead, because what you search after and grasp after escapes you. But when you are just sitting in a place of gratitude and connection, then things are just drawn to you automatically. So I like this. It's getting out of your human head, seeing things from this different perspective that changes things for you, and it allows this abundance just to come to you. I learned a lot in my life, in corporate life, when I put so much effort in trying to get bonuses and raises and promotions and different things. I would barely meet by their standards, even though I did so much. Then when I backed off and did a fourth of what I did and just enjoyed what I was there for to go do and go, I'm just going to focus on the customers. Why am I trying so hard? When I stopped trying so hard, things effortlessly came. And I'm just like, what's the deal? But that's the way it works. When you try to control something, you push it away. When you allow it to come to you and you just go with the flow, things naturally come to you. So that's what's coming in for you, Al, son of Hicks. So many blessings to you. Hopefully that's helpful. And then Tammy M, you are up. You feel like you should reach out to L since they come up to your mind a lot lately, but you're not sure. What are the energies say about this? Okay. Yeah, there is movement of communication with the Six of Swords, and the full card is all about new beginnings and ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So, I do feel here with the Six of Swords, this is about movement. Swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, but also communication. And I feel like with the full card, though, it's reach out without expectation. I think it's important for you just to allow it to unfold and be what it is. Don't expect anything from them. Don't, it's completely just, hey, was thinking of you, blah, blah, blah. Psh, and you just do it, right? And you're on my mind, just checking in, whatever. But zero expectations, like the Fool card, zero. Let it just be an adventure. For whatever it goes, go with the flow of whatever unfolds. Don't try to control it. But definitely, Six of Swords supports reaching out to them for it. But again, the important thing, no expectations. All right. So that's what's coming in. Very crystal clear for you there, Tammy. So many blessings to you. And then Day Sturgis, you'd like a general reading. Let's see what they have here for you. All right. I feel like it's an important time here with the Nine of Pentacles to kind of just step back and review the expectations that you might have been focusing on lately, which are what disappointments you've experienced that have been making themselves known, the letdowns, as they say in the presence process that we're reading in our Praying Mantis group. I think it's them. Yeah, it is them. It's upsets are setups, and they happen to us to show us what we can be released from. They bring the things that bubble up from the surface. And I feel like with this Nine of Pentacles, this is the hermit's journey, separating yourself from the outside world, being, alone with spirit, who is the bird, the winged creature in the card. And it's about, that's why I feel like this Three of Swords is to really look at what was I expecting and why was it disappointing, right? And that's the thing that we learn in life, right? If someone expects something of someone else and they don't live up to it, is it the person's fault that didn't live up to it, or the person that put the expectations on them? You know, and it's like, usually when people are like, "Well, I'm not sure," I go, "Okay, well, let's say I expect you to give me $1,000 a day for the rest of your life." And then you're gonna say, "Okay, that's your fault, Zen, for putting that expectation on me," right? We're like, "Yeah, exactly." That really brings the clarity, don't it? If I expect something of someone else and don't get it, it's not their fault. It's me. This is all happening. My disappointment happens in here, not out here. Who says that you're supposed to give me $1,000 a day for the rest of your life? Not you. That all happened in here, right? So I like this type of energy that's coming in here for you. I just feel like it's a important time right now for at least, a week, just to kind of take some time for yourself, really look at and question why, where did this expectation come from, and why is it there? And can I release myself and other people from it? And I like that for you. All right, so that's what they have for you, Day Sturgis. And then Crystal's Day, you are up next. And you want to know May's positive energy. I like it. All right. I like this with the King of Cups, balancing of the head and the heart coming in here. So it feels very serene, very balanced coming in here. And the Six of Wands is a very balancing energy too, with three wands on each side. But there's also this energy of victory and focus and realization and being seen and having this, opening of of um, possibilities. It feels like being open to being seen, being open to being elevated, coming in here too. And it's just this very peaceful, go with the flow type of energy that feels very peaceful. And I feel like when you are able just to be in this wonderful balanced state, things just come naturally to you. And I do feel like, you are seen, you are set apart in an important way, but it comes from this balancing of your head and your heart, not trying to do things totally by your head, not letting the heart totally do it, but this beautiful combination that comes in here. So I like that for you. That's what they have for you, Crystal Day. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Alicia Toinita, you are up. You want to know, will Andrew come back to you this weekend? And don't feel like that with these cards here. The 9 of Wands is like there's this barrier. There's like someone standing guard, not letting that to return here. It's like the 8 of Pentacles. It's a time for you to study, a time for you to put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, put in the inner work that's coming in here. And so this barrier that's keeping them from coming back to you this weekend is for you to look at your fears around that. Whatever's bubbling up, it's happening for you to be able to look at that and to really study it. And that's what helps release it, what allows things to move forward in your life. But I feel like that's what's happening here is this barrier is keeping things away right now. So that's what they have for you for this weekend, anyway. All right. So that's what they have for you, Alicia. Many blessings to you. And then Jazz, you are up. So an exam for a teaching job is coming up in August, for which you're eligible to appear if you prepare well. And you get this job, will it be a stepping stone for your career? Yeah, let's take a look here and see what they feel here for you. All right. Yeah, I feel like it will here. You have the magician card, which is putting in the effort, putting in the energy. You have everything within you to make your dreams come true with that. And the 7 of Pentacles is, there's this energy that comes in. You know, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but it does bring growth. It does, it's worth putting in the time and the effort because it does grow into that and it does help you. So I definitely feel like this is a very positive, cards coming in here. I'm not sure if the 17th, if that means anything to you. Just with this 1 and the 7 are really standing out to me too. But I like this energy that's happening. So definitely um, thumbs up on it, movement forward on it, for sure there. Yeah, I mean, if you even look at, not sure if you can see if it'll, he's got energy coming from his hand here. Let me see if I can get it to focus better here. Maybe, but there's this energy that's coming out of his hand into the plant to cause it to grow. And with that, with the magician card, it almost looks like the exact same hand with that energy coming out. So that's why it just really stood out to me, with all that. All this gold in the background is very positive for you, with the same golden backgrounds too. So I like it for you. And that's what they have for you, Jazz. So go for it. Enjoy. All right. Many blessings to you. And then Rhonda, you are up. So you want to get what you need to be aware of right now. All right. So you have the strength card here. I feel like you get them a lot, but this is about you communicating and connecting with your higher self, allowing your inner strength to be seen. The 7 of Wands is about not being afraid to step out and do what you're wanting to do. You've got this bubble of protection. You've got these people that are trying to poke the bubble. That's okay. You don't have to defend what you are wanting in your life. People will, of course, have their own, desires, their own low self-worth. And when you are having certain things happen in your life, well, some people don't support it because they are feeling low about themselves. Like, why you come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us, right? It's about really communicating and going to inside and asking your higher self, creating this where, you become this hybrid between you, your human, and your higher self, and you deciding what makes my heart sing? What do I want to do with my life? You know, I just feel like there's this draw to the outside world, that's been, on your heels all your life, and you've done so much release of expectations and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets for so long, right? But I feel like that this peacefulness comes when all these people that are trying to tell you who you should be, you're just allowing them to be outside this bubble, and it's an important time for you to make decisions about what you want to do with your life. Where do you want to head? What do you want to have unfold in your life? And it needs to come from inside your heart, not in the head of the supposed to's and shoulds. It's just so an important time for you to really separate yourself from the the fear of displeasing individuals. And it could be even just subconscious where it's below the surface where you're like, no, 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 I want to do this. But what's holding you back is something on autopilot below the surface that you can look at. So that's what they have for you, Rhonda Rhonda. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra, you are up. So you said you feel disappointed in your friends. They always complain about not going anywhere and not doing something fun. And when it's time to do something fun, they become lazy. And college is ending. Yay. And still this. What is all this about? All right. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Yeah. Here's the laziness, right? The peace of mind, and the King of Pentacles is all about, abundance and flow of the outside world, and these feelings that come in here. When we look at the Four of Swords with peace of mind is that there's these three swords on the wall normally, and then they're sleeping on the Ace of Swords. That's where the rest comes in. It was when we see things from a different perspective, that's when we become less disappointed, because when there's disappointment, that means there's expectations, because expectations equal disappointment and disappointment equals expectations. When people aren't being who we want them to be, then we're disappointed. When we're not being who other people want us to be, they're disappointed. But that, you know, what are we wanting from those others? This King of Pentacles is about, they understand here with this Ace of Pentacles, they understand the outside world and how it works, and that when they look to relationships, situations, or things to make them feel full and whole, they feel unstable because all those things are unstable, which you're witnessing. When they want to do something and you're busy, then when you want to do something, then they're lazy. It's like there's this, oh, I'm expecting them to be something for me they can't be. And they're expecting you to be something for them that you can't be, because you can only give to yourself what you're looking for, right? And so when you have these thoughts that, you can't control their disappointment in you. You can just be you, and they have to deal with their own story. You can only deal with what's going on inside of you, right? Your stories, your emotions, your energy, your physical actions. You can't control that in others. No matter how hard you try, you'll have zero success, right? Trust me. You can try it out, you don't have to believe me. You can try to control people and see how that works out. If it works out, it's only fake for a moment, or it's something they already wanted to do anyway. You'll learn that. But all you can do is look inside of you and go, you know what? Um, my friends are perfect for me in this moment. And what I want from them, I have to give to myself. And when you realize those expectations, you realize they're a mirror for you, right? So they always complain about not going anywhere, but then you're always complaining about them not being who you want them to be too, right? Inside your head. And so your judgments of them being lazy, it's how are you lazy towards yourself on the inside, right? And when you look at these things, it's like, okay, it all happens for me. So why did I want this to happen for me? What am I learning about myself, through these situations? And so we can look at those and go, oh, you know what? So they're not wanting to go do something. Maybe I can just chill with them and let's just be lazy together. Why, maybe they're like, why do you always want to go do something? You're always wanting to go, go, go. Sometimes we just want to rest. You're like, okay, I see your point of view. And like you said, if these friends are never wanting to do things, then you go find people who want to go do things that you want to do, instead of trying to change someone to make them be who you want them to be. Same thing from them. If they want you to be someone you're not, you don't like that. Well, same thing. It works both ways. So I feel like it's bringing you a lot of beautiful mirroring in your life to understand more about yourself and where are these expectations coming from? Where are these fears coming from? That they don't want to do something with me. Does that mean there's something wrong with me? What's at the root of this, right? And I feel like it's important for you to get to the bottom of it because it's freedom on the other side of it. All right. So that's what they have for you. Kritika Mahotra. So many blessings to you. And then Minahil, a general love reading for you. Absolutely. Well, let's take a look here. Well, you definitely have love in the cards. You got the Lover's card and the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card. So you definitely have this in the cards for the future. And I feel like they want you to know that it's definitely there, but making it like the most important thing in your life is what keeps it away from you. And the self love, being true to yourself, living your passions, living life is such the important and piece for you here. If you make love and marriage your primary goals, once you get them, who are you? You know, you're so much more than that. And that's why I feel like it's important for you to go out and do things you love to do, things that bring you joy, things that are, is it painting? Is it clay work or some sort of creative expression? What is this that you love to do? And get out and do that, because in doing what you love and expressing who you are, that's where you meet the love of your life. But if you're just searching for them, having your primary passion of life to find love, you'll never find it because it's pushing them away, right? Or not that you'll never find it. It would just take a very long time for you to find it. But because there's this doing what you love is you cross each other's path soon, very soon. But if not, then you meet each other much, much later. That's this whole life. We have these possibilities of meeting early and late, and our energy depends on when we meet, both their energy and ours. But if you're doing what you love and they're doing what they love, you guys meet each other and doing this thing that you both love, and boom, you have that in common, and the spark starts from there. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, Minihio. So many blessings to you. All right. So hang in, everybody. We still have a few more to go here. So Infinity, your free reading is you want to know how will your meeting on Monday go? All right, let's take a look here. All right, you've got the Five of Swords, which there is some conflict with communication, but it transforms. And I feel like if you know it going in, you can see things from a different perspective. The Star card is about dreams coming true. And I feel like it's important to know that everyone searches for love and wants to be lovable. Everyone has a dream of their own. And when we can step back and allow that to see that everyone has that, it changes our defensiveness, right? If I feel like everyone needs to help me live my dream, then I'm going to have confrontations with everyone else who also wants help with their dream that feels the same way. We battle. But if I'm like, I have my dream and I know everyone else has their dream too, and I want to listen to where they're coming from to see how we can have wins, then where all of our dreams can come true in some way, maybe. I feel like it's important so it's like there's this compromising energy of trying to see things from other people's perspective, you know, which is what they're doing here. They're looking up at someone's, dream come true. Then that allows, communication rather than conflict. So I like that for you. So great possibilities of some great communication, some great awareness that comes in there. Um, so I feel like that's the advice that they have for you for Monday. So that's what they have for you, Infinity. So many blessings to you. And then Jeep, you are up. So for your free question, any advice that spirit has for you? Yeah, let's take a look here. Yeah. So you have the Four of Pentacles, which is the solid foundation of the outside world, and the Knight of Wands, which is the search, the quest for our passion, right? The combination of those two, the Four of Pentacles card teaches us that when we look to the outside world, for our self-worth, we feel unstable. Our self-worth feels unstable because all those three things that we're taught to look at in the outside world are unstable, right? If we define ourselves by relationships of all kinds, lovers, children, friends, co-workers, whoever it may be, situations like our job, education, social status, whatever, possessions, our bank accounts, our things we own, our own bodies. When we look to all three of those areas to define us, that's when we feel unstable. People, they change, they pass away, they walk away. Unstable, right? Situations never stay the same, unstable. Things break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen, unstable. So when we look for that for our definition and our validation, then we feel unstable and we feel unfulfilled. And, if anything fulfills us for any time, it's like American Chinese food. You eat it, you're hungry an hour later. Doesn't fulfill you for very long, if at all. Well, this Knight of Wands is in the search for your passion and what you want to do in life. If any of those things are the core of the reason why, then it's going to feel unstable. But when you do find your true passion of what you truly want in life, then you have this sense of stability in the outside world with the Four of Pentacles because you're finding that it's not out here, it's inward and upward. When it's rooted in who we are, which are, you know, eternal, which eternal is a very long time, never ending, right? Unconditional, nothing we can do to earn it, nothing we can do to lose it. When that's the foundation of this love from above of who we are, that defines us, then we don't need the outside world stuff to define us. It's just above and beyond extra. Becomes instead of lacking and falling short and unfulfilling, it's above and beyond extra and overflowing. And so it's an important piece of this when you're trying to discover your passion for life, what you want. If it's connected to any of those things of the outside world, realize it's going to be unstable. When you turn inward and upward, and that's where you find your fire, then whole world changes around you. You stop looking for people to fulfill you, jobs and education to fulfill you, things, money, whatever to fulfill you, because you realize it can't. You can only find that inward and upward. All that doesn't mean you stop wanting that eventually, but it's above and beyond extra. You can take it or leave it. It doesn't become such a drive to have it, like it's my life depends on it or not. No, it doesn't. I find everything I need in here, then everything else is beautiful on the outside world. So that's what they have there for you, Jeep. So many blessings to you. All right, let's see. How many we have here? I think we just have like a handful left here. Let me just scooch these up. Yep, so we've got just 5 more left. So Swarupa Bobby, you wanted a love reading. Anything new coming for love this month? All right. So, we've got the Justice card here and the King of Swords. King of Swords rolls over swords with the Queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, swords, so they're the master of thought and belief and mindset. You got the Justice card coming in here. Here's the Ace of Swords that the King of Swords has as well. And this is the balancing out of thought and belief and mindset around love. I, there's always a possibility for love coming in, but it's dependent upon how fast we clear away all these cluttering of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that have made us feel trapped and restricted and small and have tried to define who am I supposed to be in a relationship? Right? Supposed to, who are they supposed to be? How is it supposed to unfold? All these roles rooted in fear And that's where the clutter comes in. We're given a lot, inundated with a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts from the world about love. And it becomes so thin that this person that we're looking for is on back order for 1,000 years. But as we release these expectations, these thoughts, these beliefs, we question, why do I feel I need all these things? That this person has to be this way. This is how love is supposed to be. This is who I have to be, blah, blah, blah. The more we open it up, the more opportunity and the less restriction there is. That's what brings in things faster, because if I'm back order 1,000 years, up here we have a lot of opportunity for shipping immediately, right? So there's this freedom that comes in and questioning, what fears do I have around relationships, both in who, when, and how? You know, who am I supposed to be in love with? Supposed to be? How am I supposed to find love? How soon is it supposed to be here? Those are the fears, and those are the things that restrict and repel relationships out of our life, instead of drawing them in, because we have so many. Like, I don't, if I have a blinder here and they're right standing next to me, I don't see them till that blinder's removed. I'm like, oh, hey, right? So it's taking off these blinders of expectations that I feel with these cards is coming in for you now. All right. So many blessings to you, Swaroop. Then Magana, you are up next. So, anyone coming towards you with intentions of dating anytime soon? Let's take a look here. You know, I feel like anytime soon has to do with you transforming some emotions inside. And the Four of Pentacles, like we just talked about with in Jeep's reading about, you know, finding the stability on the inside and transforming these emotions is an important piece of your journey here, because when we're looking for the outside world to be something that it's not, these three empty cups of the Five of Cups, these three empty pentacles that are worthless of the outside world, when we're looking for that stuff to define us and to be fulfilling and, you know, attaching our worthiness, our lovability to those outside things, we feel very unstable and things feel very much out of control. And I feel like that you've had a lot of that feelings, right? And that your soul is like done with, let's take a break from all that. Because when we continue to do what we've always done, we get what we've always gotten. If you continue to date, then you're just going to get some of the old same stuff that they're like wanting to put a pause on those so that you can raise your love vibration, see your self-worth from a different perspective, so that you're not defining yourself by those things and it just becomes above and beyond extra, and you're finding this solidity on the inside. But a big piece of this is the transformation of these emotions from before, these three cups that we feel will fill us up. Relationships is one, situations and things, but realizing it doesn't matter what happens on the outside world. If I'm not happy on the inside, if I haven't found my self love, I can't give or receive a whole lot of love from the outside world. So I feel like there's a big pointing inward to expand our self worth and self love, so that you don't draw in what you've drawn in before. You'll draw in something of higher vibration instead of the lower vibration. So that's what's coming in there for you, Magana. So many blessings to you. And then Mars, you are reading on S's intentions. Are they with somebody? All right. So, with the Two of Pentacles, I feel like there's, two choices that they have in the outside world. I don't feel like they're with somebody, but they're contemplating two different people. The Eight of Swords, though, is this mirror, right? So they're looking in here at their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have kept them feeling small, restricted, blinded, bound, trapped. And they've been doing a lot of reflection and inner thinking about, what do I want in my life? What's held me back? And what can I do to help release myself from these beliefs so that I can move forward? It's a very flowing energy. So I feel like there is this decision that they're wanting to make in the outside world, but I don't feel like they're with somebody. I feel like they're trying to figure out who they want to be with. So if that makes sense. So it's the current intentions are unknown because I feel like that's what they're trying to figure out. What do I want in life and in love? And, I just feel like they're in this huge super reflection period. I mean, obviously, they're sitting right in front of the mirror here, trying to figure things out. So hopefully that brings a little bit of clarity that's going on, but I feel like they're undetermined right now. So that's why there's not a whole lot coming through there. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Jean XO, hello, love. So I want to know, what do you need to know about your connection with the Virgo at this time? And then underlying energies, not this time. The way I have the decks out, they're not specifically for yours. What I can do is I can grab like one of the decks and see the energy that comes up on the bottom. That's what we'll look at for that. We've got the energy here. You've got the Ace of Wands, not the Ace of Wands, sorry, the Ace of Swords and the Four of Wands. So, there's a lot of trying to see things from a higher perspective here around this. Four of Wands is marriage. So it's a lot of trying to, look in their head about what there's this old thing, don't have a date with someone who won't make a good mate. And let's take a look here. So this card, the bottom of this, because I have it split off into two, you have the death card, the death and rebirth here. And I just feel like there's this Virgo is very much caught up into their head of trying to this long list of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, and they're trying to go through this. That's funny. They're trying to go through a rebirth, um, and but I feel like they're only at the taking the Lamaze classes. They're just like they're learning to breathe. Okay, I'm going to prepare for a rebirth, but let me first. How am I supposed to breathe as I go through it to lower the pain? And I feel like they're not moving very quickly through this. They're questioning that, but that thing that the phrase keeps on going back to my mind. They're saying, "Don't go on a date with someone who won't make a good mate." Well, what's a good mate? Blah 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 blah. There's like these riddles, and I just feel like they're so caught up in their head that, and it makes so much sense. They've got like, well, I want to go through this rebirth, but I've got to prepare for it. I've got to read all the books on pregnancy and birthing, and I'm taking the Lamaze classes, and I'm doing all this for the rebirth. It's like, okay, it's like when you overthink and over prepare for something, but you don't take any action. That's the kind of energy that's coming in your gene, if that makes sense. So that's what they have right now. All right. So many blessings to you. And then lastly, we got HTTPS for your free reading, any other messages from your angels. And once I'm done here, I will post a comment on the bottom listing the order in which all of the readings were completed so you can find yours more readily. If I missed anyone, my deepest apologies. I will be back in about an hour for my evening session if you'd like to join us then. And also tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time too. All right. Well, your message is here. We've got the King of Wands and we've got the Nine of Swords. I almost feel like feels like your message from earlier a little bit. They're like, again, ditto, because this King of Wands is like the Emperor energy about stepping into your power, moving forward. But I just feel like there's this. The Nine of Swords is a lot of facing the fears, the nightmare, the insomnia. It's what are these? The dream world feels like it's a big part of what's going on in your life. They're showing you things that you can look at, and they feel like the dream world is one way they're introducing things, but also in the peripheral and the outside world that they're allowing you to see these things that are kind of challenging you, but it's all part of you. And the King of Wands can represent like your higher self. And yeah, because your message, I think, was about this connection with your higher self. your future self and your inner child, right? Something like that. But this King of Wands represents your higher self, and that it's this time in your life that there is this rattling going on because they're bringing up the fears, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts that have been going on in your life, so that you can have this clarity of purpose, um, so that you can be freed from these things and have this movement forward. And I feel like a big piece of all this too, they're kind of bringing back an old message about teaching and sharing, that it's important to document and record your transformations that you go through, because there's things that you can help other people with too, either through podcast or writing a book or teaching online courses or something. It just feels like there's things that you're going through that can help others through difficult times in their lives too, and your personal experiences that you've had. It's important for you to really get them down recorded, is a special message that's coming in with this, at this time, right? Yep, I think that's it. Nope, they want an angels and aura oracle to end out the reading here. So let's see what they have here for you. All right. Yeah, the evolution card number 23 coming in there, which says empowerment, transformations, protected, and preparedness. Card 23. So this is a card of true inner strength. You may have recently been caught off guard by changes in your life that weren't anticipated, but you have what it takes to handle everything. And I feel like we talked about that before. There's something that triggers something out of nowhere, right? It may also be that changes that you expected and even initiated have begun to play out in your life. Sometimes when you choose change, the emotional effects can be more than you had envisioned. The transitions may cause others around you to feel uncertain or uncomfortable. Your path is the one that matters most here. You can only comfort others so much. Remain true to yourself. The shadow side of this card says, it may be that you've just received some challenging news. You may find yourself caught off guard or unable to emotionally process all that is happening. It's a great time to ask for assistance of Archangel Michael or your guardian angels to help bolster your strength. Release your fears and anxieties to the divine, the Nine of Swords. The truth is that while you may not feel like you can handle all that is spiraling around you, you're more powerful than you realize. You really can do it. Oftentimes, that sense of disempowerment is the universe clearing away all the people, energies, or attachments that no longer serve you. Chin up. Bigger and better things are on their way into your auric field. The color activation is light green and white. Light green is often considered the color of pure joy. The color white is like a breath of fresh air and helps to alleviate any stress so you can find peace in this moment. All right, so that's what they have for you. Evolution. That's coming in there for you. Right, HTTPS, that's your message for you. And that is it for this session. I know it's 2 hours. So I will quickly type up everyone's the order in which it appeared, and I'll post it here in a moment and pin it. And then, like I said, I'll be back in about an hour for this evening's session. So if I see you guys then, uh, hello again. But until then, remember, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved eternally by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.